As someone who loves dinosaurs, it's probably no secret that one of my favorite movies ever is Jurassic Park. But it isn't just dinosaurs that makes this movie so great. And a lot of other dinosaur movies, including the same movies within the same franchise, fail to understand what makes this movie work. Unlike Jurassic World or Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, which heavily rely on featuring as many dinosaurs and action sequences as possible, along with relying on a lot of nostalgia, Jurassic Park knows where its story is at. Not only does it know where it is, but it also knows how to convey it. But before we get to that, I think it's important to understand how this movie was made and how revolutionary it was to the industry. In 1990, a guy named Michael Crichton had created a book called Jurassic Park, which has sold millions of copies. Eventually, this excellent book would be turned into an excellent movie. But at first, this movie was going to be way different than what we actually got. You see, Jurassic Park was originally going to be a movie made with the help of stop-motion animation. At that time, CGI wasn't a tool that was ready for use in making movies. Not until someone on the team had suggested the idea of CGI and provided test footage of it to prove the concept. And at first hearing the suggestion of the idea, they said no. They said no again. And then after seeing the test footage, they finally said yes! And it was the best decision they possibly could have made. Now, CGI in movies had been done before at that time, but never on the scale of Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park used CGI to just completely replace the animals in that movie. Which is why you can imagine for CGI of that scale at its time had shattered the public's expectations of what the movie could possibly be. Jurassic Park proved that CGI could be used and released the floodgates of imagination. With CGI, now there was nothing that you couldn't do. Now, I could talk about how revolutionary CGI was all day, but CGI isn't the reason why Jurassic Park is such a good movie. It's its story and how ideas are carried through it. I mean, obviously the story would be the reason why Jurassic Park is so great, but what's unique about Jurassic Park's story is the way it handles it. Compared to other different stories provided by movies, Jurassic Park's story is primarily carried through the characters. Each individual character serves a purpose to the ideas that are presented in Jurassic Park, which goes hand in hand with certain scenes that are able to give you that awe-inspiring moments, or give you moments of terror. I think a perfect example of that is Ian Malcolm and his ideas of chaos and chaos theory and how that works. I mean, the first time he speaks is in a scene right after one that is showing chaos brewing, which just so happens to be related to a character that symbolizes the opposite of chaos: control. Control is this idea that John Hammond embodies. He's the whole reason that Jurassic Park even exists. Jurassic Park is his dream, an idea, one that he created in his mind and had the power to make it a reality. And one hearing that may question, why doesn't he have control? And the truth is that he does. He just doesn't know how much control he had, which is displayed by the confidence that he carries. Even faced with failure, he's still insistent on his project.
And we have control again.
You never had control. That's the illusion. I was overwhelmed by the power of this place. But I made a mistake too. I didn't have enough respect for that power, and it's out now.
When faced with an impossible task, confidence is really important, but too much of it can make one oblivious to their own mistakes. The way our main characters challenge each other's ideas not only favors character development, but also foreshadows the park's downfall. Hence the chaos that pursues our characters. Just like how John Hammond is the embodiment of control, Jurassic Park is the embodiment of his every mistake and our main character's every concern.
Just look how it eats.
Please.
But you never look at birds the same way again.
One character that I'm yet to talk about, which is really important to the story, is of course the main character, Alan Grant, who we see digging up the remains of a velociraptor. In this scene, we learn that he gets upset with technology and children, which are two important parts of the future. And you'd think by going to John Hammond's park and being faced with the technology, he'd be more scared of the future. After all, he's seen the worst side that technology has to offer. But it's in the light of the future and the dangers it's offered that he realizes he has to change with the future as well. Because it's the technology of the future that has allowed advancement far greater than he could ever think of. The overall message of Jurassic Park is an idea that's more relevant today than any other idea that I could possibly think of. Jurassic Park shines a light on how technology could go wrong and how the future is so dangerous, how people are oblivious to the dangers of the future, how technology is changing the future more rapidly than anything seen before in history. But it also shows how that future is going to happen no matter what, and that we can't avoid that, and we have to be welcoming to it. The scary technologies of the future can also bring us some of the greatest things that we've ever seen. Jurassic Park is a story about how the future can be terrifying, but also beautiful.
Hey! Those are brontosauruses. Brachiosauruses.
They're singing.
Shh, don't let the monsters come over here.
They're not monsters, Lex. They're just animals, and these are herbivores.
That means they only eat vegetables, but for you I think they make an exception.
Well, I hate the other kind.
Can I just do what they do? What's that?
What are you and Ellie gonna do now if you don't have to pick up dinosaur bones anymore?
I don't know, I guess. Guess we'll just have to evolve, too.
What do you call a blind dinosaur?
I don't know. What do you call a blind dinosaur?
Do you think he saw us? What do you call a blind dinosaur's dog?
You got me.
Or do you think he saw us, Rex?
Alan,
Yeah?
what if the dinosaurs come back while we're all asleep?
Well, I'll stay awake
All night?
all night.